Here we've got an Exidy Pepper 2 that was booting to a pink screen with a stuck random character on the screen somewhere. I opened it up last Friday. I was not really sure how to power it, but I was able to figure that out. Turns out the way this board is configured, it only needs +5. It's configured by one of those jumper deals there. I don't remember which one it is, but one of those selects the different kind of memory you can use on this board. I don't know if it's this memory or this memory, but something gets changed, and the memory requires +12 and -5. But the way this board is configured, it only needs +5. At any rate, I ended up getting this thing working by replacing that CPU 6502, the socket at 6A, these two sockets here, these two sockets here, and the socket at 12A. After I did that, the game came up. As you see now, it's up. And while it was cooking, it failed. It crapped out to a screen full of garbage, and I wasn't sure what was going on. I came back over here to discover that this prom had failed. And the only way I was able to figure that out was from a donor board. The prom that's on the board now is from the donor. This is the original prom that was from the game that failed. So while I was looking at it, trying to figure out why I was just sitting here developing garbage, the screen flashed a few times and then went dark. So I started probing. This circuit here is the clock circuit and horizontal and vertical drive circuit. This IC right here drives the horizontal. Its outputs were just way out of whack. So I lifted the IC out off the board and found that its outputs, even with the IC removed, its outputs, one of them was still being driven. I followed that back to this chip right here. This chip, this one, the pins 2 and 3 shorted, and whatever was going on pin 3 was feeding back to this IC pin 11, and it was throwing things out of whack. So as you can see, that 161 pin 11 right there, E128 connected to pin 2 on 7D. Pin 2 was shorted to pin 3. So that wasn't good. Fix that, and now we've got a picture again. It's doing something even more so now. Every once in a while it'll flash solid color on the screen. Nothing I'm doing is making it go away. It just kind of goes away on its own. So there's another thing I'm gonna have to figure out. And then I gotta power up the soundboard, make sure it's got all its sound. Just, one thing after another with this one. I made these interconnect harnesses so I could put the soundboard off to the side while I'm probing things. It helped out quite a bit, because otherwise you gotta have the soundboard on top of it and you can't get to the CPU board. But now at least it's coming up. This is a step in the right direction. And all that stuff right there is stuff that I removed from this board.